And now, I talk back with Ray
I'm telling you, I couldn't make it up if I tried.
and Mandii.
You've got to be freaking kidding me. You know what? That's all I'm saying.
Like, that's one of my questions here. Like, why do relationships fail? Like, why do you feel relationships fail? I think the main thing is communication.
Yeah, I agree. 110%.
Yeah. Because it's just like how do you, because everybody's experiencing life in a different way. Not one person's experience is the same as somebody else's.
Yeah.
And so the information we're receiving is completely different. We're translating it a different way. And so it's like you have to try to be okay if somebody else doesn't understand the way that you do and not get frustrated about it.
Oh yeah. Communication is obviously the huge, a huge issue. People just don't know how to communicate. And I was talking to my friends the other day and I was like, we just don't communicate very well.
Yeah.
And then you get to kind of go back to, well, if we did, then what happened to cause a break in communication?
Right.
You know?
Yeah. And it's that too, and the listening and the understanding.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. It happens. Yeah. Being an adult, right? It sucks, but it is what it
is. Yeah. Oh, to be what age would I want to be again?
Shit. Can I come out again? I just come out all the way over.
It would be in teenage years in Vegas.
I think maybe 5.
No, ma'am. Girl, I can't even remember when I was that age.
Me either. That's what I'm trying to get to.
I'm like, I seen some videos, but I don't know.
Just start over. That's what I'm trying to do. Start all the way over.
Exactly. Girl, I'm thirsty today. Shoot. Thirsty. But yeah.
Chatting with you again.
I know, girl. I missed you for real. I'm just like,
no, we'd have lunch again like we used to do after our shows.
Yes, I know. I missed that. Got a question for you.
Yes.
Why? Okay, on a different note, on the other side.
Okay.
Why do you think? And this maybe don't get uncomfortable with this question, okay?
I won't. I promise.
Why do you think relationships succeed?
I have no clue because I've never had one.
For that. I was waiting for that. I was like, she's gonna be like, I don't know, you tell me. Shit.
Exactly. I don't know. I mean, what I think more than importantly, just from a single standpoint, is they succeed because there's two people that have made the decision to not give up on each other. And I've never had that.
Yeah.
I've never had where I didn't give up and they didn't give up. So I think that's one of the biggest things. I mean, communication, all those things like take into effect, obviously, and being accountable and having empathy and understanding and growing together. Like, I think all those things, take into account when it comes to a successful relationship, and everybody's idea of successful relationship obviously is different. But I couldn't tell you. I mean, other than what I can, like, textbook kind of stuff that and me being 46 years old, kind of knowing. But I've never experienced that.
Yeah, I agree with all of that. I do also think that you have to be an efficient listener, because a lot of things that you need to hear aren't spoken. A lot of it, you have to be very observant, because a lot of things aren't being told. Now, that doesn't go to say that your partner shouldn't express how they feel or what they want to you. But some people don't know how. And so it's just being patient and being observant. It's like, to me, I always look at it as, how important is this person to me? And if they weren't in my life tomorrow, would I care?
Would you care?
Yeah, would I care?
They want you to be mind readers, right? Too. Yeah. They're like, well, I don't.
You should have known.
No, right?
Yeah.
Like, no, not really. And maybe if I should, I don't.
But you know what that is, right? You know what that is, right? Because they are expecting you to do it how they would.
Oh yeah.
But you don't do it how they would, and you're not thinking how they would.
Love language. People love you how they want you to love them.
Right. And it's not how they love. Yeah. And it's not how they want to be loved.
Yeah.
And so it's like, you have to understand that part.
Yeah.
And you have to be okay with doing that part. you know, like even though it's not how you want to be loved.
That's work.
Oh yeah.
If all you really know is you, like I know what it does to make me happy and how I feel loved. But for me to learn somebody else and what they what where they feel loved and cherished and all that stuff, that takes some homework. Like that's like that's intentional.
Yeah.
You know?
No, for sure.
And and sometimes like with me, I love like gifts and like, and I don't mean like I need like a big gift. I just like thoughtful stuff.
Yes.
And it's like, so I want somebody to be that with me, like to just like I had this one boyfriend, I swear the best boyfriend I've ever had, but like when I was younger, and you know him very well, but I never once had to, he never once, number one, asked me what I wanted for any holiday, birthdays, in anything.
Yeah.
But he always got it right.
Yeah.
And it was simply because he listened to me.
Yep.
He watched me. Time to go and find things that this, because he studied me.
Heard you.
And so, and he heard what I didn't say.
Yes.
You know?
Because he watched, because he was observant.
He was very much so, very much so. And so like, I think that's what it is too. It's like, so, and for me, I'm like, oh, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to like, and I'm going to get him this because he didn't have this as a child. So I'm going to go. Yeah. Like who, like, and it was, and of course, and I love that. And it's thoughtful. And I even like that scavenger hunts for like my friends, boyfriends and husbands. I haven't had one to do that for, but I love love. Yeah. But then I also, and when I have to do, I have to be more mindful of when I'm with someone. I have to meet them where they are and see like, you know, like what their love language is and what makes them happy versus how I would want somebody to treat me.
Right. And that's communication too, right? Because they're not going to know until they're around you enough, or if y'all just have an open conversation about it, you know, and then the other person, you or them, have to decide, are they worth this? Are they worth me doing this? You know, because
I will stop. You understand? I won't get you nothing now. I will be at the store. I'm like, oh, that would look nice on baby, and I will put it right back on the shelf.
Right.
Like, acting crazy. I'm not supposed to do it. He don't deserve this.
Yeah.
And I feel like when I can't be my true self, and I have to keep like censoring myself and from doing what I would normally want to do and like to do, and I can't be with you because then I'm not trying to be myself anymore.
Yeah, because you want it to be genuine. You want it to be authentic. You don't want it to feel like work
or forced.
Yeah, because when it feels like work and it's forced, is it real?
It's not.
Yeah, or are you just doing
like chores? Like
right, exactly.
Like,
it's like it's not even worth it at that point. At that point, you just might as well just move on and find the person that's supposed to be there.
That's literally what I have had like to come to terms with, like, in therapy, and like when things no longer serve me. Yes. Right. Like when this does not look at what I want my future to look like. Like how do I have to figure that out.
Yes. Exactly. No, yeah, for sure. Yeah, but I love meaningful conversations. I love communicating because to me, like I said, time is so precious.
Yeah.
I don't want to waste it like on things that don't even matter. Yeah. They don't matter. Yeah. And so, not saying that, you know, we don't have disagreements, and like I don't expect us to see like eye to eye on everything, you know, but we are very mindful with each other. Like we hardly ever fight, knock on wood, because we get along. You know, we get along.
We generally like each other. I think you generally like each other. Yeah.
But I also attribute that to us starting off our relationship as friends. Like we were friends when we first started. So we have that friendship embedded in our relationship. So because we're friends and we like being around each other, then it makes it better.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm just like, what are we doing? I don't even want to be your friend. Are we getting married?
We need that friendship there.
Are we getting married? What are we doing here?
You're like tomorrow?
Seriously, we had to wait 72 hours.
No, ma'am. That's hilarious. But no, yeah, I think that relationships are a big deal. Relationships are a big deal, whether it's a romantic relationship, whether it's a friendship, you know, because you know, and one of my questions I was going to ask you is like, can you be friends with someone who thinks differently than you?
Of course.
Yeah. So it's like
you and I don't think a lot alike on a lot of stuff. But
yeah.
I just think, but I think as long as you have respect in the relationship, like I'm not a closed-minded person to where I can't listen.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm mature enough to say, I don't agree with that, but I feel you. Like
yeah. No,
you know?
I get where you're coming from, but I just don't care.
Yeah. And I think that's okay. I think that's what makes a friendship genuine.
Yeah.
I don't want to be with somebody that's exactly like me all the time. That's weird. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
boring. I think that would be really boring.
it would be super boring.
Yeah.
But I can certainly be with people that don't even friendships or relationships. I can be with somebody that thinks differently as long as we can have like a mutual respect and understanding and there's no lines crossed.
Right.
Sure.
No, yeah.
But a relationship, I will say yes, of course. But I think those core values have to be the same.
Right. Yeah.
That's your end goal, right? And so to me, a lot of my end goals are tied to my core values. So if we're off on core values, I think it would be difficult for us to kind of get to the end goal point without core values.
Right. Because y'all are going to continue to butt heads. It's going to be continuous.
And it's going to make the little things huge things because at the end of the day, our core is different.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, for sure. And then I think that goes along with compatibility. It's like if you're not compatible, and it's constant battle, it's like, why would you even want to stay there?
Yeah, you're right. 180,000%. I'm not gonna be arguing with you rest of my life.
Right, exactly. And it's like, why are we even doing this? Like to me, it always goes back to the time thing. I'm like, I am not wasting this time. As much time, I don't even know how much more time I have left on this earth. I don't even know.
Why am I gonna spend arguing with you?
Yeah, exactly.
I'll be sitting there like,
because I'll be damned if I'm stressed the fuck out and then tomorrow I'm not even here.
Yeah, I don't even like to argue.
Yeah.
I just don't anymore.
Yeah.
Like I win. I don't like to argue.
Yeah.
Because I get disrespectful sometimes.
Right. Girl. That 1,050%.
I'm trying to hurt your feelings.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
And so I just don't even want to spend energy doing that.
So I've gotten to the point where
I don't fight fair.
Yeah. Oh, girl. I'm like, because that's what I tell my brothers all the time. I'm like, I know me, and I know I can be mean. I can be mean, ugly, and hurtful. And so I try to put that Amanda away. I try to tuck her way down. But some people be testing the Jesus in me. Some people be testing the Jesus in me.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm about to get real ignorant, real quick.
I'm about to get real disrespectful.
Yes,
you gonna call your mama and tell her on me.
You're about to see me in a whole new light, and I don't know if you're gonna unsee it. So I don't know.
I don't like that.
Wisely. We need to step real lightly, real quick, but there was one day where I felt that spicy spirit in me, girl. I felt it. I felt it bubbling up, girl. It was coming. It was like right here. I was like, whew, felt like heartburn. And I told Donnell, I said, look, you're going to need to be patient with me today. I said, because I got some things happening. And I don't know if I'm going to be nice.
Tell you right now, I'm feeling a little caliente today.
Yeah. He was like, okay.
That's good.
You got to recognize. You be honest with yourself. I'm just saying. Whew. But yeah, girl.
Oh, me too.
I was like, you have to be real patient with me today. Because I'm feeling some kind of way. Got something going on. And my patience is like that much.
And my thoughts aren't real sweet. So
and I don't want to be mean. So but like I said, communication.
Yeah, that's right. You got that.
But girl, you got any more questions, girl?
I don't.
That's too much for me. It's too much. Let's get but yeah. But girl, so I'm doing the marketing. So doing marketing, and then I hired executive assistant to help me with leads. So she's working on leads for me. And then one of the companies that I'm currently doing marketing for, she's been in business for about a year.
Okay.
She's actually about to close up shop.
Really?
Yeah, because it's not working out how she had planned or had hoped for. But she also does not have the passion behind the purpose. And so when you don't have the passion behind the purpose, it's going to be a money pit.
Yeah, ain't no point of it.
Yeah. Because she was like, it's absolutely not you, like the marketing you're doing. I was like, oh no, it's okay. Like, you know, she was like,
oh, I know it's not me.
Yeah, I don't want to say that, girl, but
yeah. But sometimes you have to be like, yeah, no,
yeah. And so she was like, it's not you. She was like, you know, I wish I would have met you last year because I feel like we would have had, you know, I would have had more.
And then she's probably having a burnout.
Right. Yeah. And so because the other, my other client, she actually has people asking her. She texted me yesterday and she's like, hey, she's like, I have people asking me about my marketing because they like it. What and how do you want me to connect them with you? And so I'm like, girl, give them my email and my phone number, you know, have them call me. Because she's like, they really like my marketing.
That's awesome.
But then I have this other one who I'm doing marketing for, but she's not, so she's doing the wellness sector now, but she comes from a completely different industry. So she doesn't really know the wellness and the holistic lifestyle, like medical stuff. And so she's not comfortable with it. And so because she's not comfortable with it, she doesn't really know how to sell it. And so, or connect with people about it. She doesn't really know how to make those connections. She doesn't like being in front of the camera. She doesn't go out and like market herself in the community. So she says she knows where her downfalls are and she knows like what she should be doing. She just doesn't have the energy to do it. So she's taking angst on why this is happening. But I truly believe in the product and the service that she has and she performs. But again, if you don't have the passion behind the purpose of your business, it's a waste of time. Yeah, it really is. Yeah. And that's what I was telling
that though.
Yeah. But then I was telling, exactly. And I was like super proud of her for owning up to that and acknowledging it. Cause I told her, I said, that's the first step is acknowledging what is real. Sure. That's what I was telling my assistant. I was like, this is because, you know, I'm talking to her about the marketing and what the purpose is and what the mission is and who we're serving. And I told her, you know, my client, you know, niche is the wholeness wellness sector because I'm very big on mind, body, soul connection. I'm really big on communicating. I'm really big on learning yourself inside and out. I was like, and just having those deeper connections with yourself. I said, so for me, I'm better to serve like the wholeness or the holistic sector, right? So I can help them with their marketing. And the reason I can do the marketing for them is because I have the passion behind the purpose. I understand who they're trying to serve. I understand who they're trying to connect with. And I can make those connections because that's where I'm at. Right. So yes, they can go hire a humongous marketing firm and pay them $2,000 to $3,000 a month to do marketing, but they're not focusing on making the patient
another number and then the number to them. Right,
exactly. We're focusing on connecting with the clients because people buy and people connect based on emotion. And if all you're doing is selling, people pick up on that and there's a disconnect, you know? And so while yes, you have to run a business and you do have to have money coming in order for that business to succeed, you also need to make sure that you have that passion behind the purpose and you're serving the people who need you. So that's why I love marketing. First of all, it lets me be creative and I absolutely love being creative. But second of all, I love bringing eyes to you when you have a product or a service that I truly believe people need and to show people why they need it and let them see why they need it, you know? And so that's where my connections come in. My connection is connecting marketing, making sure that your marketing is connecting with the people that need you so that we can bring eyes to your product and service and we can bring foot traffic in so that you succeed.
Yeah, you know? That's awesome.
Yeah, so that's what I was telling my assistant. I was like, this is why we're doing what we're doing. This is why I feel like if you connect with me and we do your marketing and we partner in your marketing, this is why I feel that my service would be the best fit for you, you know, if that is what you want.
Yeah.
So it's been an amazing ride. I absolutely love it. And I just feel really, really good about it.
And that's where that's what your thing is. You know what I mean? Like that's awesome. Though.
Yeah. No, for sure. And then I was telling my brother, I was like, I've always wanted to start a clothing line. I said, Rae and Mandii's clothing line is about to get off the chain.
I can't wait. I can't wait till them colors come out.
Yes, girl. I was telling him because I love urban style. Because you know me, I love baggy clothes. I love sweatshirts. You know, I'm talking about like sweatsuits. I'm talking about hoodies. I'm talking about sweatshirts. I'm talking about t-shirts. I'm talking about full like urban like feel, like freestyle, like comfy wear, you know. And of course I'll have like we'll have fitted, like for women that like to have, or like people that like fitted,
fitted stuff.
Yeah, like people that like fitted or like tank tops, you know, things like that. Like we're absolutely gonna have that too. But I love just like comfy.
Yeah, the urban wear.
Yes, sure. I love urban wear. And I'm thinking like the designs and the colors that are gonna, oh girl, I cannot wait. I'm in the design process right now. Awesome. But yeah. So I was like, that's where my clothing line is coming in, because I've always wanted to start a clothing line.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that's awesome.
And then of course, you know me, I love marketing for the podcast. I love marketing just because that allows me to be super creative, and it allows me to release my urban side.
Yeah, and it is you. Yeah, and it's you.
It's me. It's authentic.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to hire you to do something else real quick.
I'm telling you. I love it. I love it. Yeah. Awesome. Yes, for sure.
It's been fun, guys. Thank you for tuning in to I Talk Back with Rae and Mandii. I hope she's on this side of me, because
I don't know, but Ray's on that side right now of me.
It's been fun, of course, as usual. Obviously, first is first and third Tuesday. Tune in again for our next episode. We're gonna commit to being together next time in person, so y'all can see us back in the official Rae and Mandii I Talk Back podcast room. But yeah, it's been great. Thank you so much for tuning in. If y'all have any questions, of course, y'all know what to do. Go to the website. If you want to be a guest, go to the website. Go to like, I want to be a guest, and you can actually do the form for Miss Mandy to look at it. And we look forward to talking to y'all soon. Please be on the lookout. We'll see you then.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for tuning into I Talk Back with Rae and Mandii. Please hit the like and subscribe button to stay updated on future podcasts.